Ghana South Africa is Girona 1, Arsenal 2, and I'm here with Ash. Third place finish, end of group stage in the Champions League, and I'll take on the game.
Very, very, very nice one. Very nice performance. There are some games you need to put in 100%. There are some games you need 60% to win. This was that game today. We understand. With the game coming this weekend, you just have to go to Spain, take it easy, give Girona small hope, and then collect the 3 points. It was not actually that kind of game that you actually stress. Yes, I saw one post on Facebook, one guy on Facebook talking about how we'll lose the game today to Girona, and that's not fun though. About how we'll lose the game to Girona, about how Arsenal Ateta always crumble in games like this, and I was just like, "Come on, man, this is Girona now. You get some games for Champions League, why don't they fear again now? Like all these teams, Girona, them, all these, no, now. You understand? So it was a very, very, very fantastic one, very fantastic win. And then I've said it before. I give my gaffer credit for it. I don't want it. You understand? I've said it before and I'll say it again. You understand? It's one thing for a man to tell you I have a plan for a player, and it's another thing for you to see it unfolding before your eyes. You understand? When he said it, that we are doing it brick by brick, everybody was, agitating, playing, but now we can all see that the plan worked. You understand? And when Nwaneri signed that contract he signed with us, it simply means he believed in what the manager said. And right now it's evident in our eyes. And we can see the same thing too for Skelly. You understand? But can we say the same thing for other players that were not patient? No. The likes of Hutchinson, Koza Dubri. I can still go on and on, but let us leave it there. You understand? The ones that have left thinking that they were going for first team football. Hutchinson ended in Chelsea and went back to the Championship. He just came back to the Premier League with Ipswich. Koza Dubri right now is in the Championship. You understand? So as a youngster, you need to have patience. You need to have patience. What to Chidiobi? We'll see that story. And they say in heaven is going. We'll also see that story. So other than that, we have two very, very, very good players from the academy. And I feel like the standard right now in the team is very, very, very high. And for you to actually come into the first team, you have to show that you are going to give something more, not something less. Look at it and one area and Skelly, they're giving something more, not something less. That's why it's difficult for those players to come into the team. And like the manager said, currently we don't just need anything. No. We need something that to come and improve what we have already. If I'm signing a player now, will the player improve what I have? If Kai Havertz is giving me 14 goals this season, I don't want to sign a player that will give me less than 14 goals. You understand? Because what's the use? You understand? I need somebody to come and either make I have a sit up or make I have a sit on the bench. That's what I'm looking for right now. So the standard of the team now is very, very, very high. And that's the reason why this thing that Sterling is doing is looking like he's doing rubbish. This is the same thing he was doing at Chelsea. You understand? And then it ended up as Chelsea. Chelsea's highest was scored at one season. Him and Kai Havertz. This is the same thing he was doing. You will give him ball, he will play with the ball, he doesn't really pass. It's what he's doing here, but the difference is the standard currently is very, very, very high. And the people he's playing with, they are all better than him at the moment. Every single person he's playing with currently is better than him. Even this Martinelli self with a course like this currently. He's better than Sterling. You understand? He's a good player. I won't take that away from him. What he has done in the Premier League, I think scored about 100 goals has about 100 Premier League goals already. He has actually made a name for himself. You get me? But the truth is, there are some things that are expected from you as an experienced player. Even if Edu came out and said, we did not plan to sign you. You understand? I know Edu said that in an interview. That Sterling was never in the plan. Even if they said that, but you as an experienced player have something to prove. And it shouldn't be too difficult for you to prove it. You understand? So I know players struggle with confidence, but not somebody like you now. You've been in these situations over and over and over and over again. You've played for Manchester City, the club that have won the titles in the last 4 to 5 years in this Premier League. You've won Premier League titles. You've played for Liverpool, Chelsea. So you shouldn't be struggling with decision making. Especially his decision making is so poor. He can beat a player or your final ball now. Problem. They can give him the ball and he will just slow the game down. Can't they do big man things? So I think he should work on the final ball. I think we also saw the final ball too in the penalty.
Yeah.
He missed. Poor. There was actually one he beat a player and he wanted to shoot. He actually took the shot.
But it was a
So weak.
lame shot.
So weak. So he needs to work on his confidence because clearly he's not going. We are not sending him back and we need him.
And we need him.
We need him. We need everybody on board so that we can actually win something this season. Even if he's going to come off one day and just win us a game,
Telling you.
no problem. Eda was nobody when he won Portugal, the Euros. So even if he can just come up one day and give us that magic moment, we'll take it. But we need everybody on board. For the goalkeeper today, I don't know what to say. I watched him and immediately I remembered the goal against the Haaland goal against Chelsea. You know, why they run? Why they run? Like, why are you running? Like, why? You ran out, you went to go back, you had to stand and then you had to still fly. What are you flying for? But it was a good run from Danjuma. And I think the guy who gave that pass saw that Kiwo moved out of position and threaded that ball. Fantastic pass and fantastic run. And then our uncle Pate was there, you know now. Danjuma and Thomas Pate, any day, anytime, race. Danjuma will beat him. So that was by the way. And on the other side, I feel like we've entered a position now in the Champions League where this is where you need next level players to turn up. You get me? Madrid always win the Champions League because they have next level players. And the thing is, our problem is not a coaching problem. Our problem is individual brilliance. I remember when De Bruyne came off the bench in one game. I think that was last season. And he gave 2 assists and scored a goal. I think the last goal was the one he gave to Bob. I think it was against Newcastle.
Yeah, against Newcastle.
The last one was the one he gave to Bob. And when they asked Pep after the match, Pep said, this one is not coaching. This one is class. Some things you see Vinicius do during Madrid game, when he don't vex, is not coaching. It's class. It's individual brilliance. You understand? Even some goals Bellingham scored last season for a midfielder. Scored those number of goals. The guy who has played midfield for a very long time in his life. That one is individual brilliance. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He scores that one. He scores monster goals. That is individual brilliance. That's what we are lacking. You understand? Yeah. The only player that gives us that, or the only players, let me say players, some Trossard sometimes, not always. Saka is all. That's what I want to say. Saka always. Odegaard only when he's in form. Only when he's in form and there's Saka on the pitch. Saka. That is what we are facing now. We need players that can actually come into the team and give us something. I think they said there was a report that said last season after the Bayern Munich game, the Arsenal hierarchies, they said that after the second leg, they said that as we lack a world-class forward that can actually penetrate through opposition defense line. You understand? And to penetrate through opposition defense line, sometimes you need individual brilliance. Yeah. You understand? The coach can set the tactics and say, play like this, play like this, play like this, play like this. But when the ball gets to you in space, we have a player who has gotten that kind of opportunity so many times, but he lacks individual brilliance. Gabriel Martinelli. If you have a player like Vinicius in your team, in so many situations Martinelli has seen himself in. Jesus Christ. Vinicius go chop those defenders. Normal now. Yeah. You understand? So that is class. It's not I always say it, we don't have a coaching problem. We just need better players up front. We have that in defense. Arteta doesn't have to test Saliba. When a defender is Saliba knows class. Gabriel knows class. Even Timber knows. Timber knows class. Even that goalkeeper Raya, class. Pate, class. We just need to have that same thing in that attack. Because right now, after Bukayo Saka left, imagine I saw his stuff today that the players who have created the most chances in Europe League. Second, he has not played that many, like 6 Premier League games. That is individual brilliance, class. So if you can get that in our top 9 position, you understand. Cavas is good though. It's very, very good. But individual brilliance, he cannot give you that. You understand? He cannot give you that. Let me say always. Because I know when this season started, he was scoring goals and everybody thought he was going to get 20 goals this season. We all thought he was going to get 20 goals. Now the way he started, you understand? Other than that, we need players that can actually give us that going forward. And I think the club going for Watkins, if not his age, Watkins is that kind of player. I've seen Watkins score funny goals that you wonder. I've seen him score. He scored against us now, the 2-2 draw. He scored against us. So he's that player. But funny enough, I think Arsenal actually placed the bid so low because of the age. I think the bid was around 40. Yeah, because of the age. You understand? And I think that was more like, okay, this guy, let's try market opportunity. If we get him, he won't affect our summer plans. Remember, the plan was for Kai Havertz to play midfield. So if you are getting Watkins for 40, you can still go for somebody in the summer. You understand? So going forward, we just need to buy players that can make us do better this season. We have to win a trophy, Champions League, Premier League, anyone. You understand? If you ask me, which one do I prefer, I would take the Premier League. I feel there's always a starting point in life. We've been close to winning the Premier League twice already, and you've gained momentum in that aspect. You can see the way we are playing in the Premier League. See the way we are playing in the Champions League. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. You understand? Against teams like Inter Milan, we could not win. Against teams like Atlanta, we could not win. Look at the ones we won now. you want to call PSG? PSG, they're a joke at the moment now. You understand? They're a joke at the moment. Girona, Dynamo Zagreb. So the thing is, that's why I talked about next level players against games like Inter Milan. You understand?
Won that game. They had a striker.
Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. This is when players with individual brilliance who kill the game. I watched Dortmund, Real Madrid this season before the Ballon d'Or award. You understand? So what Vinicius did now, towards the end of the game, Baba scored, I think, a brace.
Yeah, a brace.
That one is Sabi. What Neymar does on the pitch is Sabi. No be and Luis Enrique. That was their coach then in Barca. No be Luis Enrique teach him that one. That one is, you need players like that to elevate your club and make the manager's job easy.